Good afternoon, everybody. It is so lovely to be here at the Torch Center for our weekly Friday Talmud Lunch and Learn. Thank you, Ed, for picking up the food for everyone. We're very, very excited for this week's portion. This week's Parsha is Va'et Hanan. Very, 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 every Parsha is important. This is also extremely important. And if you have some time, I highly encourage you to take some time to read through this week's Parsha. We have the Shema, we have the Ten Commandments, we have many, many incredible, incredible verses in this week's Parsha. Again, every Parsha has incredible verses and everyone has incredible messages, but really fundamental principles that are important for us to discuss. I want to share with you an idea on one of the mitzvahs that are mentioned in this week's Parsha, and that is the fifth commandment. The fifth commandment, as we know, is honor your father and mother. And the sages tell us that this is one of the only mitzvahs in the Torah, that comes along with it the reward. Laman yarichu yamecha. You honor your father and mother, you know what the reward is?
A long life.
A long life. A long life. And the Midrash relates how the sages went to great lengths to show their respect and honor for their father and mother. So I want to share with you one story that's a pretty famous story. You probably heard it, about Rabbi Tarfon. Rabbi Tarfon would crouch down every time his mother needed to get into bed. He would crouch down on the floor so she can step on his back to climb into bed. And it's an incredible, you're talking about Rabbi Tarfon. He was no lightweight. He was one of the great Tanaic sages. And this is what he would do to display his honor for his mother. Another experience that happened with Reb Tarfon was that he was being challenged in his yeshiva whether or not he was really showing proper respect for his mother. And what he would do is he would want to take his mother out. She was ill, she was old, and he'd want to take her out for a walk, but her shoes were torn. So he said, "Don't worry." And he got on the floor and he put his hands under her feet, and she walked. And as she walked, he moved his hands so that she wouldn't have to put her feet on the cold floor on the outside.
Wouldn't it have been better to buy her some shoes?
Maybe they weren't able to. She needed to go out for some fresh air. But I want to share with you a very quick. The Talmud asks, where do we learn the example of what proper honoring your father and mother is about, how it should be done? So the Talmud says there's a story about Dama ben Netina. Who's Dama ben Netina? Dama ben Netina, our sage, he was a non-Jew, a Gentile, and the sages of the Second Temple were looking for a specific stone that they needed for the breastplate of the Kohen Gadol, of the high priest. And they asked around, they said, "Oh, Dama ben Netina, he has this stone." So he went to Dama ben Netina. He said, "Is it true indeed that you have this stone?" And he said, "Yes, I have the stone." He said, "Hold on a second, how much do you want for it?" He says he wanted 100 gold coins. No problem, 100 gold coins, a fortune of money. Imagine like $100,000 for this stone. No problem. No problem. We need it for the breastplate of the Kohen Gadol. We're going to go get it. He comes back a few minutes later. He says, "I'm very sorry, I can't give it to you." Why not? He says, "Because the key to the safe where the stone is in is under my father's pillow and my father's sleeping." I said, they figured he's just playing with him. Right? He's just playing with him. He just wants more money. So they said, "Okay, fine, 200 gold coins." 200 gold coins. He says, "I'm sorry. I told you. I cannot give you the stone because my father is sleeping and the key for the safe is under his pillow." So they said, "Fine, 300 gold coins." He says, "You can give me whatever you want. It's not going to help." They said 400 gold coins, an exorbitant amount of money for the stone. They really needed the stone. He says, "I'm sorry, I can't give you the stone because my father is sleeping and the key for the safe where that stone is in is under his pillow, and I cannot give you the stone." And from there, the Talmud says that's how we learn honor of your father and mother. Now, let me ask you a question, okay? I heard this parallel from Rabbi David Kaplan. He says, imagine you wake up one morning and your son tells you, Dad, guess what? You had these two Chinese businessmen who knocked on the door early this morning, and they said they're about to go downtown to close a multi-billion-dollar deal. If I just give them your car, right, they're going to make me a 10% partner. And guess what? I didn't give them your car because you were sleeping. And I didn't want to wake you up to ask you for your keys. And then they said, okay, fine, we'll give you 20% of the company. Right? And I said, no, I'm not going to wake up my father. Would you be happy? Are you kidding? Exactly. You didn't wake me up for this. You should have woken me up for this. What's wrong with you? You gave up 20%, 30, 40, whatever percent of the company you gave up because you didn't want to wake me up. Wake me up! Right? And here the Talmud is saying, oh, look at Dama ben Netina. He did not want to wake up his father. Wow, he didn't want to wake up his father. That is the great example of honoring your father and mother. Say our sages, honor for one's father and mother is subjective to their father and mother. What is honor for a different father and mother is not the same honor for your father and mother. It means you need to know your father and mother. And you need to know what they accept as honor. Not what someone else's father and mother accepts as honor. Dama ben Netina knew. He knew that for his father, there was nothing more displaying of honor and respect than letting him sleep. You lose the deal, you lose the deal. It doesn't make a difference. To his father, don't wake me up. And a person needs to know their father and know what is honor for them. What is honor for them? It's interesting that the Talmud later relates that the Talmud asks, and what was his reward for that? For not waking up his father? The Talmud says that later they needed a red heifer, and he was the only one who had a red heifer. And how much did they pay for it? 400 gold coins. So he was rewarded for his honoring of his father and mother. But the Torah gives us the exact reward. You want to have a long life? Honor your father and mother. Give them the proper respect. Have the proper fear. Treat them properly. When they walk into the room, it says that one of the great sages, they would hear their footsteps of their parents, they would stand up in honor. Sadly, I don't think our world understands the importance. It says, the halacha says that you should even tie your parents' shoelaces, not only stand up when they walk in the room, but you don't sit in their seat. You tie their shoelaces for them. You service them. They're your parents. They brought you to this world. So I think that if we explore more on this topic of honoring our father and mother, we'll find tremendous blessing in our lives to live a very long, happy, and healthy life. I want to just congratulate and give a hearty mazel tov to Rabbi Johnny and Dvorah Uzan, who had a baby girl this week. And may she live and be well and be healthy and live a long life filled with honoring her parents, her wonderful parents. And I'd like to congratulate and wish a hearty mazel tov to Rabbi Chili and Yocheved Birnbaum, who last night had twin boys. And they should live a long, happy, healthy life filled with Torah and mitzvahs and tremendous opportunities of honoring their amazing parents, Rabbi Chili and Yocheved. So with that, my friends, thank you so much. Mazel tov. And we should share many, many more simchas here. And Torch has now 3 more babies in the family. So it's really exciting. And I want to also wish a mazel tov to our dear friend Yisrael Meir. Welcome to the tribe. Shabbat shalom, my dear friends.